What's up, friends? Welcome to day 2 of your mobility challenge. How do we feel from yesterday? Did we love it? Did we not like it? Did it help stretch us? Did you do it? Hopefully, yes. So, we are moving on to day 2. I now have over 50 people. Yesterday was only over 25. Now we have over 50 people registered. So I am so excited that I can bring this to the homes of 50 people. Today, what you need is a broomstick. A broomstick, a Swiffer, something that has a long handle, PVC pipe, whatever of that nature. Okay, are we ready? Nice and short and sweet today. Yesterday, our focus was a lot more on the lower half, the hips, and the hamstrings. Today, we're going to hit those shoulders because a lot of people have been working from home this past year. You're probably one of them. And when we are working at a computer, especially in home, our posture is probably not so good. So if you ever notice that you have this little rounding of the shoulder, or if you ever see someone kind of in this round posture, it's because they're super tight in the chest and in the shoulders. If you have that back pain right up here or that neck pain, it's generally not coming from the back or the neck. Generally, it's probably coming from the chest that's so tight, it starts pulling on all of those muscles. So what we want to do is we want to open up the chest and the shoulders so that you can efficiently be sitting at your computer getting out of pain. Now, if you have a shoulder injury, so if you have a tear in the shoulder, going and doing the overs like we're going to do is probably going to be too much for you. So I want you to just take it down a notch and take it easy, okay? If you have any questions, reach out to me and say, hey, Vern, this didn't work for me, or I felt pain here, or whatever it is. And you and I can work one-on-one, okay? So make sure to reach out to me. I'm going to do this with a broom. It doesn't have to be a broom. I have all kinds of stuff, and you can even, this one does not attach, but some of them you can unattach. But I'm going to use this one purposely because I like the bristles for something we're going to use when I'm going to press down into it. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to be working on is some around the world. I'm going to grab on as wide as I can, and I'm going to take that broom and I'm just circling it around the world and back. And I have a very low ceiling, so hopefully you have a much higher space than me. So I'm just working around the world and back. I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. So I'm just sort of bringing it around and coming on back. Good. I'm going to keep going in that same direction, but I'm going to turn around so you can see what that looks like on the back end. So around and back. Good. Nice and simple and easy. Okay, we're going to continue at that pace for about 10 more seconds. So this is kind of our level 1, okay? We're going to take it to another level, which could be a little intense for you. So if it is, you're going to stay right there. All right, let's just reverse our direction so we can make sure we're even on all ends. Pay attention to how those shoulders feel. Is one maybe tighter than the other? My right is always way tighter than my left. But for some reason today, my left is a little tighter than my right. So always pay attention to that stuff. If you have tension, you have tightness, you have pain, and you keep ignoring it, at some point the body is going to break. At some point you're going to get a tear or a pull or a pain that you're going to have to go and pay a ton of money at the doctor for. And why do that when you can prevent it? If you can prevent something as simple as having to go to an orthopedic surgeon or have to get injections, I mean, we don't have time for that. But if you can just take 10 minutes a day and stretch out those shoulders to feel better, isn't it worth it? All right, how did that feel? Good. So we went around the world 2 different ways, about 30 seconds each. So when you're doing this on your own, if you're in the kitchen, you can always remember every time I sweep my floor, I'm going to do my around the world. All right, next one, I'm going to actually go fully around the world, and I'm going to take this all the way back. Now, very first time I tried this with a PVC pipe at the gym, I couldn't even get my arms over. They were so tight. So don't feel like if you can't get them straight over that that's not going to work for you eventually. So watch my arms. I'm going straight over. My arms are completely locked. I have this on the widest setting. So if I came in close, it would not be possible. So for me, I have to go all the way wide, up and out. I'm working very slowly. Okay, I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Good. Again, you may find this is a little too intense for you, and that's okay. But if you cannot get those arms past there, that means that chest and that shoulder is really tight, and we have to work on that. Because again, if you have that tightness and then you're going to go and you're going to take a spin class where you're going to be in this position, or you're going to go do a chest press or go do 100 push-ups or a burpee, you are going to hurt yourself. So let's focus on the preventative medicine. Think of this as preventative medicine to not be in pain. Up and over. Good. How are we feeling? About 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So before you lift, also, like before you go and do a class or anything that would involve a chest day. So when I have my girls and I know that we're going to work on a lot of upper body, we may do a lot of upper body shoulder stretches so I can help stretch that out before we do it. I can't spend 10 minutes in a 30-minute class doing mobility, but I always try to put in at least 5 minutes for them so they can start working those muscles, because it's more important to me that I take 5 minutes to do mobility than not at all. So all of my runners, this is also important for you because you're in this position and those shoulders get really tight. All right, next move we're going to work on is a side lunge. So I'm going to take this broom, I'm going to bring it actually this side. I'm going to bring it on that right side, okay? And I'm going to do a side lunge to my opposite. That's your right side. That's my right side. That's your left. So my leg on my left is straight. So it's just like I'm doing a side lunge, okay? And from the back end, my booty is all the way back there. Okay, so I'm going to do that side lunge on the left. And all I'm doing is pushing my body over to the right as I push this broom over to my left and add a little twist up here. Okay, so I'm using that resistance. My knee is pushing into my hand's pushing into my knee, and I'm slowly twisting my body so I can look at that broom. Good, and I'm not gonna move my feet, I'm just gonna stand up, bring it in. Let's do it again. Go into that stretch, gentle twist, push away that broom. So I'm working my hamstrings, which is here, my bicep, my shoulders, my low back, and then my hip on my twist. Okay, come back up. We're going to work for 2 more. Come down and twist. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Awesome. Okay, let's take it to the other side. So when I sit into my side lunge, it's going to be my right leg that is straight. My booty's going back to the left. I want to make sure I'm sitting back far. So see how you can't see my other leg? I don't want this knee to be too far over. It's like I'm sitting back in a chair. Okay, so sit back nice and far. Push that broom away from you. Push your knee into your hand into your knee, and give yourself a little twist as you're coming down into that stretch. Good, and again, I'm working this hamstring, which is that muscle all the way down here, my low back, my shoulders, and my chest. Okay, so just go into those a few times, come down, push, gentle twist, back up again. Come down and push, gentle twist, up again. Good, 3 more. And then I just have 1 move for you, and then you are done this morning. 3, 2, good, and last one. Awesome. All right. So far, so good. So our shoulders should be feeling nice. You can always go through and do that again with your broom. The last thing we're going to work on is called, I believe it's called a melting heart. So it's a yoga move. We're going to do it against the wall. What I'm looking to do is I'm looking to make a little triangle with my hands. So think of it like a little house, okay? And our head is going to end up in that little house. And what I want to do is drop my chest and my shoulders down so my head falls into my little triangle house and everything else pushes back. What that's going to do is it's going to stretch out my shoulders, my chest, and my neck. I'm not looking to be in pain here. Remember, pain is not what we're looking for, but a gentle stretch, a feeling like, ooh, that's a little bit tight, those are fine. But any sort of pains, pull, or pressure, we are going to stop the move immediately, okay? So what I'm going to do is on this wall right here, I'm going to make my melting heart. I'm going to take those arms, fold into my little my little house. I'm going to drop my head down and I'm going to stick my booty back. Okay, so I'm going to try it from this side too, just so you can kind of see at an angle how far back I'm going to go. Okay, so I want that head to fall through that little triangle house. Good. Keep holding there for me. Keep dropping that head down. Keep opening up. Good. And push those hips back. You should feel that all the way down the hamstrings as well as the chest. Good. We have our last 10 seconds, then you are done your mobility challenge day 2. 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job, you guys, today. Keep an eye out in your inbox tomorrow for your day 3, and let me know how you feel. Comment on your social media, message me, let me know what's going on, how we're feeling, if you felt a little more open today. And then you could always try to do a chest or upper body workout today and see if that helped you a little bit. All right, see you tomorrow.